Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, like to give all praises to the Hawa, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Makakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to Akim, pushing the food in sincerity and in truth. This is your brother Yasad, back at you with another lesson. We're going to edify to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai. You know, hey, this lesson here basically it's actually going into the aspects of, the true prophets of the Lord will be speaking on the downfall of this place. The true prophets of the Lord will be speaking of the downfall of this kingdom, because a lot of prophets, there are a lot of prophets out there, but as you see, a lot of them is not all sent by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai in the aspects of having the truth, not having the truth, right? The Lord didn't send them out, to deliver His truth, to bring, being the real prophets, right? So, again, as I mentioned, that the two true prophets, they would be in the spirit of, exposing this place or the wickedness and that this place needs to go. And mainly you see, a GMS is one of the number one, camp that pushing, and bringing forth all these lies that the rulers of the world set up, because the scriptures say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked and He covered the faces of the judges thereof. And we also know the scripture talk about He placed a covering cast over the people, but the Lord is moving that through via the prophets. So I'll bring this here, Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before they have all both prophesied against many countries, because this is the vibration that the true prophets would be in. They wouldn't be in the spirit of this place gonna last forever and praying that this place continues. The scripture says, hey, pray for a few days. And that is what the elect would do. They would pray that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai send on the angels, that they bring judgment on this place. That the banking families, the rulers of the world, they get what they rightfully deserve. The punishment to go into slavery, Yeah, this is as according to the faith and the patience of the saints. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. That right is basically, the vibration being sent out by the true prophets. Not that we have 1,000 years in this kingdom and none of these things, because we see the prophecies, they taking place, they happening, they moving, because if you haven't been noticing all these moves playing out, the war between America and Iran, you're seeing the implementation of the digital system to forward the MOTB, wars, rumors of wars, if you ain't seen these things, it's just that plainly that the Lord ain't dealing with you being blinded from the prophecies of the Bible, That's why the Lord said to seek after a sign, but no sign can be given unto him but the prophet Jonah, that was the prophet. Jonah types in the prophet, and that is the sign you look out for, the men of the Lord, prophesying. That is the mouthpiece of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Right? Now finish off this and to back that up. It say, and against great kingdoms. So great kingdoms set up on this side. of war. And here we will be preaching and bringing out. That is why when we see all these wars and whatnot, we bring out scriptures to cross-reference to show you that the time that we living in, and of evil, all the evil being done, all these different, snares and trap that this man is setting to forward his enterprise, his new order. Hey, we bring out these things, we stay tuned, as the scripture say. The Lord said, watchman, on the walls of Jerusalem, not hold the peace day and night. So, hey, every minute is a brother firing up, every minute is a video coming out, edification. Some brothers go a lot into the history, and expose all the lies and the cover-ups. Some brothers go heavy into news and prophecy, what's happening, in times. Yeah, so it's basically everything, being touched on, the truth being revealed, because the scripture say, with that how the things that he saw searched out, or the sought up, and that is the truly men of the Lord. The Amos 3 talks about he revealed it. He did nothing but reveal the secrets to the servants of the prophet. So the Lord now is allowing all this information and thing now to be into the hand of his prophets, that they may be able to lift off the cover-ups and all the lies that this man and the deceit this man basically have governing the earth. Let's say, and of pestilence. For unto the prophet would prophesy of peace. When the word of that prophet come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord had truly sent him. And this peace that we speaking on is Yahushua coming, delivering us, the Israelites, starting from the elect, from this body, this corruptible body, delivering us from the hand of our enemies. That is the peace that we speak of. We ain't speaking of peace on the side that this man's kingdom is going to be revived and, he's going to continue to rule. We ain't speaking on these things. Yeah, those who come with that vibration, they are the false prophet. They think to, this God or the Lord's prophet have to say, which we know the Lord's prophet, they speak thus saith the Lord. They don't speak with a think or with a feel might happen, no. I want to believe this, no. They speak exactly what the prophets are all spoke, which is prophecies that would come to pass. None of these shall fail, no one to meet. The Isaiah 16 and 34, 16. Come on. Seek ye out of the book and read. Right? So I was getting here the book of Hosea, speaking on the mouthpiece of the Lord, right? Because that is what I bring. The Lord's prophet ain't gonna try to it's like you're defending the judgments on these nations. They ain't gonna be on that. Because you see a lot of men that claim they're in the truth and worshiping God and whatnot, but yet they're going contrary to the scriptures and want to include the heathen into salvation and all of these things, which is off. The scriptures talk about that. So these are the false prophets. Hosea 12 and 10. Right. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitude by the ministry of the prophets. So all similitudes, these parables, the Lord set up the elders, the apostles to tap in and do all these things, because JMS basically tapped in and did breakdowns on almost everything in the Bible. You know, yeah, you know, they did breakdowns and whatnot upon almost everything in the Bible, right? So all these different, parables, um, you know, all these dark sayings, they go into it. These prophecies that happened already, and is about to happen, the prophecies that's recurring, they going down into all of these stuff, right? Yeah, let's say, um, he did all of it by the ministry of the prophets. So let me get here for you. Luke 1:68, right? It's Luke 1 and 70. And he spake there in the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. So this is what the Lord is actually doing. He's speaking through his prophets, right? That is the Lord's mouthpiece. And same way how they bringing down Esau's kingdom is through the prophets, as they exposing all his lies, all his agenda. Because one thing that the rulers of the world they do, they basically bring forth a lot of lies. They control the media. They to always keep the minds of the people believing and trusting in their lies. Right? So that is all that is being exposed, through the men of the Lord. So you could identify the men of the Lord who actually get down into all of these lies about, so hey, the description of the Lord, these chariots and them what they call these so-called UFOs, which something the scripture talk about the white man he born the wickedest straight from the womb of born speaking lies. So that is his nature, he born speaking lies, right? That's what he have done, and he will always continue to do. You've seen these moves that we've seen happening with Trump and the Epstein files and all these things now. It's basically the Lord just causing, the own tongue to fall on himself, that, and he reveals the iniquity. The whole heaven shall see it. The whole earth being able to see the kind of wickedness that they indulged into. Yeah, more and more the people of them get to realize who wicked it is. Alright, so there's a precept here. Second Thessalonians chapter 2, right, and verses 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, who the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Right, so the wicked, they're being revealed, right? For instance, our slavery, the slavery of the Israelites, it being exposed what their atrocities and how they gain the wealth, and the condition that they're having our people in, with all the program and agendas that they set up, Yeah, because we through the Spirit, coming from the elders and the apostles, go down, you know, they reveal, all basically majority are the all the plans are this the rulers, you know, the whole monetary system, which is a trap, you know, the even the school system, educational systems, you know, this is all a part of this whole system is a part of their trap, for the people. Your food being defiled, they place a lot of, you know, heavy metals and whatnot to keep you docile and all these things, yeah, they poison the air, and these are the type of things that the rulers of the earth they fund. Even all the wars and whatnot that you see taking place, they fund these things. All the sicknesses, the diseases being sent out, it's all orchestrated by them. You know, let's say, yeah, yeah, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So when Yahushua returns, that way he's gonna do, right? And this is where the prophets bring out, you know, this is where the true men bring out, just as it's concerning the Isaiah 13:1. I'll set her to lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, because the elect are afraid of exposing all the wickedness and all the lies, how they drink the blood of the babies, and all the wicked sacrifices, all these different things, the elect is against them. The scripture said, this has light against darkness, basically the contrariness of the wicked to the righteous, Let's say, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. So we setting up that banner on the street, breaking down all the covering cast of the people, all the lies about you being just an African and whatnot, the true Israelites, bringing out all the lies about the Zionist movement and the state of Israel, 1948, as all these things being, revealed, being exposed for the whole world to see, yeah. Let's say that they may go into the gate of the noble, because for the rapid rate that they being exposed is like the rapid rate that they being exposed is soon they're gonna do the set up. Well, they have laws already set in place, but soon they're gonna execute it, for the poachings and whatnot to stop. We know all of these coming, because that is a part of the prophecies. So hey, just a few precepts, concerning a topic. Hopefully this little lesson was edifying. All praises to Yahweh. Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kakdash, double and see the elders and the apostles a great millstone. Until the next shalom.